What is up, everybody? Welcome back to my channel, or welcome to my channel. If you guys don't know me, my name is Nate Trades and I'm a futures day trader. So if you entered this channel or if you came across this video, chances are you want to learn how to day trade. Welcome to the best place on the planet to learn how to day trade. I'm the best beginner friendly trader for information you could ever meet. So thank you, Jesus, for putting you in front of me. And here we go. I have a bunch of videos on my YouTube channel right now. There's about 17 lecture videos, 20 something demo trading videos, and about 30-ish. Well, in total, there's about 60 something videos of just all information. Excuse me. So a lot of you guys were complaining that you couldn't navigate the videos correctly and couldn't find certain videos, right? So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna condense everything into one video so that way you guys are not confused anymore and we can get you guys trading, get you guys rolling as quickly as possible. And you guys can start your trading journey. I'm gonna give you all the basics from where to start, what platforms to use, all the way to the strategy and how to take a trade. And how to journal. Sorry, I have it written down in my notebook. So we're gonna go through 11 chapters, okay? If you guys already know how to use, if you guys have watched already but you're a little bit confused, you can skip the beginning stuff and go into basically strategy and how to use that, how to do everything. But if you do not know how to trade, watch the whole video. I'm going to be marking the chapters so you guys can skip through if you need, but I suggest that you just watch the whole thing and then just figure it out from there, all right? This is not going to be edited, so we're just going to raw dog this. First, welcome to the channel. If you guys want to subscribe, please hit the subscribe button. It really helps. Leave a comment, leave a like. If you guys want to join the Discord, it's going to be in the description box below. Click on the Discord. It is a paid Discord because of the fact that there are a lot of bots nowadays and I want to protect the community against the bots. So in order for that, we have it paid. It's very little. It's $7 a month. Super cheap. So yeah, if you guys want to join the Discord community, it's brand new. There's nobody in it yet. I literally just created it today, the same day that I'm posting this video. So if you join, you might be new, but it's going to start growing. There's a bunch of people in this community and they're all very cool. I go live every single day and I talk to them. I answer questions. The Discord is just a way for me to bring you guys together, to talk to each other. If you guys need help, I'm gonna be on the Discord very often. Basically every day. It's linked to my phone, so you guys can also talk to me on there as well. If you guys need help, you can just message the channel. I'll go into the channel, read the channel, and talk to you guys. So yeah, link in the description. Join the Discord. It'll really help you out. All right, getting into the video. For my new traders, we're going to be going from start to where I'm at currently. So in the beginning, the platform that you're going to want to use is called TradingView. I'm going to have everything linked in the description below so that you guys don't get confused and you know exactly where you're going, because navigating this is a little bit confusing. So we're going to start off with click on the TradingView link in the description. It will lead you to this page right here. So this page is going to be all the packages that you can sign up for. TradingView is free to start off with, but you're gonna miss out on a lot of stuff that you need in order for you to use it properly. Okay, so I suggest that you just you have to sign up first, so just click log in, sign up, and then you're gonna get to this page. So you're gonna go into, what I do is I go to monthly, because the annual, if you don't have the funds for it, is going to be very expensive. Even though it says $9 a month, it's $9.45 times 12 is what you're paying up front. So if you want to just use the monthly, you're only paying $14.95 every single month. You save the money by just going annual. This is a personal preference, but it's up to you, you know. So I personally go with the essential because of the fact that you don't need any of this. The plus, premium, and ultimate, you don't really need. You're barely gonna use that much stuff anyways. So the best thing to do is to just go for the essential. It's the cheapest one. You don't really need all the stuff that comes with everything else. So just stick to the essential monthly, and then that's basically it. Okay, so once you sign up, subscribe to the essentials package, or if you're new to it, I believe they give you a 30-day free trial that you can use. So you can take advantage of that before you subscribe. So once you subscribe to the essentials package, I mean, you're gonna have to subscribe anyways, because of the fact that if you're practicing, you're gonna have to look at live data, and the free platform does not give you live data. But also, subscribing does not give you live data either, because live data is not controlled by the platform, it's controlled by the broker that gives out the live data. Okay, so no matter what platform you go with, you're going to have to pay for live data anyways. So I'm going to show you how to do that right now. So once you subscribe to the essentials package, click the other link in the description. It's going to lead you to this page right here. This is the live data that you need. You don't need anything else. Do not add anything else to your cart, because it's just useless. This is only for the instruments that you're going to be trading. Okay, if you're looking at stocks, they give you live data for stocks for free. But when it comes to futures, which we're going to be trading, they do not give you the live data. So you're gonna have to add the live data to your package, okay? But it's separate. So you don't automatically get it when you subscribe to the essential package. You have to add it on. So that link, this link is gonna send you to this, because this is really hard to find. I don't know why they make it so hard to find in the website, but I searched for it for you guys, so that way you guys just click the link and go to it, because genuinely it's so hard to find. So just click the link, it'll bring you to this website. It's $7 a month. You just subscribe to it. Make sure you're only subscribing to the $7 a month one, nothing else, because everything else is pretty expensive. In total, every month, including the package, you should be spending around like $21, $22 a month, which is nothing. Well, nowadays it's kind of something, but in reality it's nothing. $20 is like two McDonald's meals. So don't eat 2 McDonald's meals a month and you're good. All right, so once you have all this, you don't really need this anymore. We're going to navigate to more. If you guys have a strong enough computer, you guys can just download the app for the desktop. So you would go to downloads and click desktop app. But for me, I normally just stay on the website because it's easier and quicker. The app normally lags my computer a little bit, so I just stay off the app. So yeah, make sure you go into that, and then you'll be cool. So if it's preference, you can stay on the website or you can stay on the app, but that's up to you. So once you have the app or you're on the desktop, the app will automatically put you to the chart. But if you can't find it, just navigate a little bit, because the website is different from the chart. I mean the app. So if you're going onto the website, you just go to products, click on super charts, and it should bring you to the chart. I'm going to reset everything to default settings, so that way we have the same view. I already set mine up, so it's a little bit different than yours. Let me go to settings real quick and reset this. Apply defaults. Okay, so this is the default view that you have when you first start. The candles, red and green. You're gonna have everything right here, all these bars set up, nothing is over here. Or you might have like default stuff right here, but I want you guys to click and delete everything, because we're going to be setting up that in a little bit. But first I wanna show you how to use this platform. So this platform is called TradingView. This platform is going to be, you're going to be using this 99% of the time to do your charting, to do your analysis, to basically, trade if you're going to trade on TradingView. But I normally just use it for charting. I don't really use it for trading. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to go through every single thing right here. So that way you guys can basically have a better understanding of how to use this tool, okay? because this is the tool that you're going to be using, like I said, 99% of the time. All right, so starting from the left, we have our profile. You can log in, do whatever you need. When you scroll down to the left, on this side right here, you have all your tools that you're going to use. All right, these are going to be, you're not going to use every single one of them. I don't know any trader that uses every single one of these tools. Mainly we stick to like 4 or 5 at most, right? So there's your tools right here. This little search bar right here is where you're going to be changing the chart if you need to change the chart manually here. Next to it is going to be your time frames that you're going to be switching between when you're trading. I'm going to explain the significance and how to use these time frames later on. This tool right here is to change your chart view, but we're going to leave it on candles. This is your indicator tab. The indicator tab, I'm going to show you what indicators to use later, but we don't really need that many indicators, to be honest with you. This is just the favorites part of it. This is your templates. This is your alerts. So if you want to set an alert at anywhere on the chart and price hits it, it will beep and tell you like, hey, price is here. You know, this is your replay. We don't use this because this develops bad habits. So we're not using replay. This is the back button. This is the forward button. So just in case you have like a bunch of stuff on the chart and you accidentally moved it, or you did something you didn't need to do, you didn't mean to do, you can press this and it'll do that. Okay? It'll just move it back to where it was if you accidentally moved it. All right? So those are the tools. You're gonna click trade right here to log into anything that you need. Okay, we're gonna be sticking to paper trading for now. I have TradingView started because that was the prop firm, not the prop firm, the broker that I used. I'm going to be switching to TradeStation. I used both. I started with TradeStation and then I switched to TradingView, but now I'm going to switch back to TradeStation because I just like TradeStation more. But yeah, so we're going to be clicking on paper trading. So once you click on paper trading, it'll log you in and you'll be able to trade live markets with fake money. Trading is the only industry in the world where you can learn how to do it for free. Well, besides the $22 a month, but you know what I mean, for free. So what we're gonna do is I'm gonna show you how to use the chart, how to read the chart real quick in terms of like what we're looking at right here, because this is all crazy right now, right? So if you're looking at a graph, pretty sure you guys know what a graph is. On the right side and on the bottom, you have your X and Y axis, right? On the right side right here is going to be price. And then the red box is going to be the current price that the instrument that you're looking at is currently at. Okay, that's gonna be, and then on the bottom of it, it's just tell you a countdown of how long until this candle closes, right? So you have your price on the right side. On the bottom is your time frame. Okay, so this is like the clock basically. So this is currently at 2000 hours, but we're gonna change that because 24 hours, unless you know 24 hour, the military clock. I don't personally. I go with the standard clock. We're gonna be changing that. So you have your clock at the bottom. You have your price on the right. Next to it, you have your watch list. This is where we're going to be adding the instruments or the assets that we're going to be paying attention to. Under that, you have this little thing. You don't really need it. There's going to be a bunch of menus on here. You can X them out. You would have to just click this right here and just uncheck them. Okay. You don't need this. I just don't know how to uncheck this. I forgot which one this was. But you're going to need this watch list. Okay, so watch list, we're going to be adding stuff right now. So what you want to do is delete everything that you have. If you hover over it, it should have a little trash can. You can just click it and delete everything. So after you're done deleting everything, we're going to click the plus button and we're going to add the ones that we're going to use. Okay, so first you're going to want to add MES. So you can type in MES or you can just look for it. MES. We're going to type in the search bar MES. We're going to click the plus sign. Then you're going to delete this. You're going to type in MNQ. Click the plus sign. Type in MYM. Click the plus sign or MYM. It should be this one with the American flag. Then you're going to type in M2K. Add that one. And these are going to be the instruments that you're going to use. Okay? Depends on which one you want to start with. You don't have to trade on every single one. But these are just the main 4 that everybody trades. Okay? So the first one, MES, is going to be S&P 500. Okay? Or SPY for you guys that are from options. The next one is going to be NASDAQ. The one after that. So MNQ is going to be NASDAQ. MYM is going to be the Dow Jones. And then M2K is going to be Russell 2000. These are indexes. Okay, so these are the 4 that we're going to use. So for our example now, we're just going to be on MES. Now that you have all this, to the right of it, you have your hide and your unhide button right here. If you want more room on the chart to see a little bit better, you can click this and hide it and unhide it. Everything under that, we're not going to use. All of these tools, we're not going to use at all. So you can just ignore those. They don't go away, they're just there. When it comes to the chart, this doesn't move like this, okay? It is locked and you can't move it. So in order for you to move it freely, you're gonna wanna go to the right of the bar. You're gonna scroll down or scroll up slightly, and then you can move it freely. It unlocks the chart to where you can move it freely in like anywhere. Because if you don't do that, it's just gonna be stuck at where it's at. And it's a little bit annoying to watch the chart when it's at like a certain position. Like let's say it's up here. There's not really a lot of room, you know? It looks a little bit weird. I don't really like doing that. I like having a little bit of space on top and bottom so that way it feels less claustrophobic, if that makes sense. If you want to scroll in, you can scroll up to zoom in. Zoom out. You can zoom in using your scroll wheel, zoom in and out. So this is zooming in, this is zooming out. Or you can go to the bottom of the chart, hover to the bottom of the chart, and these tools will pop up where you can click it, zoom in, zoom out. This goes to the left, this goes to the right, and this resets the chart. Okay, or you can just right click. So let's say you move the chart and you want to reset it, you can just right click and reset. But remember, it locks this, so if you want to unlock it and move it freely, you can just click that and then just do this. So this on the side makes the chart, like, it squishes and extends the candles, okay? So I technically just leave it how it is. I just move it slightly so it doesn't change it too much, and then I can move it freely. And then I zoom in so that way I can see the candles better. That's what I do. But it's up to you. Or you can click the bottom right here and zoom in and out where the time zone is. So if you click the times and just hold it and move it to the left or right, it'll zoom in and zoom out that way as well too. Okay? Or just scroll wheel, depending on what you want to do. To me, it's easier to just use the scroll wheel. If you're on a Mac, it's just holding 2 fingers onto the trackpad and pushing up and down, just like how you would normally scroll. Right? Here, side is just clicking and dragging up and down on a trackpad. Okay, so now that we got that down, you know what the bottom is, you know what the right is, you know what this is now. This is your watch list. You know what these are. You know what this is. This is your toolbar. This is your time zone. Your time frames, your indicators and stuff. We go through all this already. You know how to open a paper trading account. You just click trade. And it'll pop up the stuff right here. It'll pop up this little thing right here, and you'll be in your trade, in your account. I think you have to sign up for a paper trading account. It's free. You just have to, or I think it just automatically logs you in once you click paper trading, but I forgot. I've had it for so long, I just don't know that process. I forgot. But just click paper trading and then just follow the prompt that it does. It might just log you in automatically because you already have a platform or you already have a profile, or it might make you sign up for the paper trading. But that's free. It's just an account that you have to sign up for. But other than that, everything should be free after you pay for those subscription and the live data. I personally don't pay for the live data because I don't use TradingView to trade. Okay, but when you're trading in the beginning, you're practicing. So you're gonna need the live data to trade properly. But afterwards, we're going to be talking about, you know, if you're trading a live account where you're using your own money, you're gonna have to keep the subscription and keep the live data, because the broker that you're going with, that you can basically log in with on here, like this, doesn't provide the live data. Okay, remember, you have to subscribe to the live data no matter what broker you use. Okay, so this, you press connect and it will connect you to the live data. It should be fairly easy after that. Yeah. Okay, we're gonna be talking about all the other stuff later, but currently we're doing pretty good. You guys know how to use this now. So the next step we're going to be doing is changing the clock to something more usable. Okay, so if you guys want to set it, you're gonna right click on the chart, go to settings, go to symbol. This is where you change your colors and stuff like that. Okay, I scroll down and I change the time zone to UTC -4. So that way everything is in the New York time zone. Okay, because we're going to be trading the New York Stock Exchange. So you want to be trading during New York hours. So I change that to that. And then I keep everything default. Press OK. But I actually do remove the stuff in the background. So I go to canvas. I turn off the grid lines because the grid lines are a little bit kind of too much, you know. Background, I keep solid. Another thing, I also change in the symbol tab, I change the electronic hours. I just turn down the opacity because you don't really need to see that. It's just less stuff for you to get distracted with. You know what I mean? So now you have a clean chart. What you want to do, remember, go to settings, symbol, change the time zone to New York time. Click on the electronic trading hours right here. Turn down the opacity to get rid of it. Then you're going to go to canvas and you're going to take off the grid lines. So grid lines, click none. And then you should be good after that. If you want to change the colors of the chart, you can go to canvas, change the background color, go to symbol, change the color of the candles. Okay. So after that's done, we're going to do the toolbar now. So these are the only tools you're going to need in order to trade. Everything else is not necessary. So you have your toolbar on the left. You're gonna click on the right side. If you go to the edge of it, there should be a little arrow that you can click on. Excuse me. There should be a little. That is my fault. I'm not editing that out either. So there's a little arrow that you can click on, and then it should pop out the menu for this specific little like category. Okay. So once you click that, the category should pop up like the menu bar, and you're going to star certain ones. Okay, I only want you to star these. If you have anything else starred, just remove them. Because I believe that TradingView gives you some of them starred already. So just remove the ones that you just look through it and just remove them. So you're gonna want to star trend line. Look down a little bit. You're gonna star horizontal ray. And that's the only ones you're going to be starring in this. Everything else you do not need. The next tab, you're gonna be going to Fibonacci retracement. You're gonna star that. Okay, this first one, you're gonna star Fibonacci retracement or Fib retracement. Everything else you can ignore. The next one, you can ignore all this. The next one, you're forecasting. You're gonna star the long and short position. So I'm gonna tell you what these are for in a little bit. The next one, you're gonna star the rectangle. If anything here that's starred that you don't need, unstar it. The only thing I want you to star is rectangle. Text, you can star the text if you want. Personally, I star it because I use it sometimes. You can star notes or whatever you want. You can star a comment. This is basically for like, I'll explain later. Emojis, we use this. Of course we use this, you know, because it makes everything more fun. The measure, we don't use that. The zoom in, you don't really need. The magnet tool you're going to be using, you don't really need to star it, but just keep it on weak magnet, and you can use it sometimes. I'm gonna tell you when to use it and when not to use it. Everything else, you should be good. If you want to lock the drawings, you can press the locking tool, so that way you don't accidentally click and move them. If you set them at a certain specific spot, you can hide the drawings and show the drawings with this I button right here, and then you can delete and remove all of them by just clicking the trash can. Okay, so now that you know how to use the toolbars, you star the correct tools, you have them favorited. The toolbar is right here. It should pop up somewhere right here. You can just click the left side of it and drag it away. I normally put it towards the top so that it's out of the way, you know, and I can still get to it quickly. It's out of the way, everything is clear. For the crosshairs, like the crosshair that you see when you're moving the mouse, I normally dim it a little bit because it's a little bit too thick and it kind of gets in the way. So what I do is I go to crosshair in canvas and I just turn down the opacity a little bit. So that way it's a little bit out of the way, you know? And there's not so much stuff. When you're trading, you want your chart as clean as possible, okay? So there you go. That is how you use TradingView. Very easy, very quick. You guys should have everything you need. Remember, to get to this stuff, I'm going to leave it in the description box below. Just click on the links. It will bring you right to the stuff. You can sign up for the Essentials package and you can sign up for the CME live data. So that way you're not confused. You don't waste time like I did looking for all this stuff. Trading is so confusing when you first start. So just like you, I wish I had somebody to teach me all this stuff. So hopefully this helps you guys. We're going to move on to the next subject right now. It's going to be, I already did that. Okay, so we finished chapter 1, 2, and 3. So that was TradingView, the tools, and what to add to your watch list. So now we're going to go into micros and minis. Okay, these are contract sizes. So you see how it says MES, MNQ, MYM, M2K, right? These are going to be the micro version of the actual contract. And the contract I'm talking about is like the instrument that you're using. So for example, this is an instrument, and each time you place an order, you're placing an order for a contract, right? So these are the micro versions of the standard contract. So the micro versions are about 1/10 the size of a standard contract. These are less risk, less money to use when you're starting off. These are good to practice with, which is why I told you guys to add these to your favorites list, because you're only going to be looking at this until you decide to step up and use the full size standard contracts. Okay, but in the beginning, I want you guys to use micros to learn. It doesn't move as quick. The money doesn't move as quick, so it doesn't mess with your psychology. You know what I mean? Okay, so micros are 1/10 the size of a standard contract. 1/10? Yes. It's smaller than a standard contract. I forgot the exact number, but I believe it's 1/10. Yeah. So 1/10 the size of a standard contract. Standard contract is, you know, standard. I'm keeping it extremely dumb, okay? So you guys can learn as quickly as possible and we don't get confused. So just make sure you know micros are micro and standards are the big ones. So we're gonna be sticking to the micro, the mini version, the micro, not mini, sorry, the micro version, because it's easier to learn on. Your psychology doesn't get as messed up, and it's just better. It gives you more freedom to learn, okay? So that's micro versus mini. You're only gonna use mini when you have more market experience and when you've been trading for a little bit, you can step up to mini. But in the beginning, micro only. All right. Next thing we're gonna go to is how to start an order. So when you're on the chart and you're learning how to trade, what you're gonna do is you're gonna click trade right here, and it should pop up this little menu bar right here, right? This is going to basically show you exactly what you want to do. Okay, since we're on micros, the units are pretty high. Normally just put it to like 1 or 2. Okay, to learn how to trade in the beginning, you're just gonna set it to like 1 or 2. Depending on how much you want to risk, you're gonna set it to 1 or 2. Okay, so this is your order. You don't really need the DOM tab. It's a little bit confusing. So I stick to the order tab instead of the DOM tab. Click right here, order tab. This is your buy and sell button. So whatever you want to go in the chart with, you can click here. If you want to sell, you can click sell. If you want to buy, you click buy. All right. These are your different types of orders. Your market order means I want to get in right now. Okay, whatever price is at right now, I want to get in right now. Limit order is I want to get into the chart. I want to get into a position when price gets to this number. Okay, so you can set a limit order anywhere you want. So once you click on it, you can't drag the market order, okay, but you can drag the limit order. So once you click limit, you can drag it to anywhere you want, okay, and it will just move there, and you just click confirm when you're ready to enter the trade, or you can click X if you want to cancel it. Okay, stop is basically going to be your stop loss, or your, to get out of the trade. That's going to be your stop loss. Okay, so limit, I want to get in when the price goes to a certain point, a certain price. Market, I want to get in right now. Stop it. Get me out. This is the indicator of the price that you want to get into. So let's say if you want a stop loss, you want to stop any losses, you type in the loss, like the number that you want to get stopped out, or you want to leave the trade, or you can just move it and drag it. That works as well too. Limit, same thing. You can type it in right here, or you can just click and drag the bar that pops up. Market, it just tells you the units because it's getting in right now. Okay, so remember to change this on top depending on the type of position you want to get into. If you want to sell the market, you're going to click sell, type in how many contracts you want to get into, right, and then just click sell. It should pop up a confirmation. You can click don't ask again and just press send, and then you will be in a trade. Okay, so we're going to close this out. That was just an example. This, you're going to have the executions on here. I normally take those off. So you want to go to settings, go to trading, scroll down slightly, and unclick execution marks, because those are very annoying. They fill up the chart and they're just in the way. It's hard to see. I just uncheck those. So remember, if you want to sell, click sell. You want to click buy, click buy. Remember to change how many units you're going in with to basically show what type of risk you're going to go in with. The contract size is going to be at the bottom right here. It's going to tell you how much you're risking and what each move of price is going to cost you. So let's say you go into 2. Each move of price is going to cost you $2.50 per move. Okay, so for example, it goes by 25 cents. So if you're going 25, 50, 75, $1, each 25-cent move is going to be worth $2.50. Okay? If you do 1, it's going to be $1.25 per 25 cent move. okay? So remember, these are micros. When you go into minis, they're way more. So for example, 10 micros equal 1 mini. So let's say 1 25-cent move on one standard contract is going to be worth $12.50 per 25-cent move. Okay, so that's why we start on micros. So you're gonna go with one, it's $1.25. Okay, easy. So that's how you get into an order. Remember, market order, I'm gonna repeat this for you guys. Market order is I'm getting in right now, wherever the price is, I'm getting in. Limit order, I want to get into price when it reaches this point or it reaches this point. Okay? Stop, get me out of the trade. If price comes to this point, I am wrong, I want to get out. So what you can do is you can set a buy, for example, buy, right? And then you can click stop and drag it down. If price comes down to here, I want to get out. Or if you're using TradingView, you can drag your stop loss, confirm, drag your take profit, and confirm. Okay? But when it comes to certain brokers, they don't allow you to drag. Only TradingView allows you to drag like this. So what you would normally do is just use the stop and limit order to take you out of certain trades. So like, let's say you went into a buy trade. For example, let's say you went into a buy trade, right? And you want to get out when price reaches up here. You would click limit, you would drag it up right here. You're gonna change it to sell because you're buying, so you want to sell it to somebody, right? Always do the opposite of what you're getting in with. This is a little bit confusing, I'm sorry, but I should have explained this. So if you're in a buy position, you're wanting price to go up, you want to do the opposite of what you're doing. So if you want to get out at a certain point, you press sell, limit, sell. So when price gets to this point, I want to get out of the trade right there. Okay, so once price touches this line, it'll exit you out of the trade. If you want to have a stop loss, you click stop, sell. You want to do the opposite of everything that you're doing, okay? So if you're buying, you want to sell. Just remember to do the opposite of what you're doing. So if you're buying, you're selling. If you're selling, you're buying. So if price gets to this level, I want to sell all of my shares and get out of the trade. Same thing with up here. Just remember your stop loss is get me out of the trade. I don't want to lose any more money. This limit is when price gets here, get me out of the trade. I want to collect the profits that I have made. Okay? But remember, if you're going to do it this way, if you're on a broker, when you close the position, these do not go away, so you have to manually click X. Okay? But remember, you're on TradingView, it doesn't really matter. This is just for practice. You can just click sell, move your stop loss by dragging the SL box. Okay? Take profit, you want to click and drag the TP box, for example, and there you go. Okay, now you have your stop loss and take profit set. If it hits the stop loss, it will exit you out of the trade. If it hits your take profit, it'll exit you out of the trade and profit. Okay? So that's how you do, and that's how you execute orders. Next, we're going to be talking about support and resistance.